Hi and welcome to Beyond the Racing Line, the Formula 1 podcast by fans, for fans. We're back from a mini break from Formula 1, but my golly, aren't we glad we're back. We've just seen the Canadian Grand Prix, and it was an absolute rip snorter of a race. I really enjoyed it. We saw the sprint race weekend, and I think Tristan's going to admit that sprint races are good.
It was very good.
I was nearly off sprint races, but it was okay. I enjoyed it. And we are joined by Tristan, and we're joined by Shane. Hello, gentlemen.
Hello, mate.
Evening.
How are you?
I'm very well, thank
Welcome
you.
back.
Yes. How good is it being back into Formula 1?
It's good, and lucky we've got a week break.
Yes.
Because we needed it, didn't we?
Well, you know what? I was wondering. I was like, is having this intermittent Formula 1 races, is that a bit like how it used to be back in the old days where they had a 12-race calendar? They weren't 1 week after the other. They weren't 1 week and then a break, then 1 week. You'd have big gaps. Is this a bit like what it was like? Shane, you're probably the only one that can tell us about this.
Thank you. Yes, it is, but at the same time, they test it every week.
Oh,
so
that's
you
true.
actually could sit there and...
You wouldn't get anything out of that, would you? You'd have to read the papers. I'm serious, like talking in the 90s and think, how many races we had in the 90s?
16.
16.
Although I remember the 96, the 7th season, I think they were 16, 17.
Yep.
But no, the internet was around then. It was pretty poor.
You wouldn't have got much out of that, though, would you?
No, just starting. When you got to about 2000, 2002,
Yep.
the internet started picking up. You could
Yep.
go and look at sites that had the times and stuff, and that's about all you could. And just news, a lot of news.
Yep.
But, yeah.
I think, in a way, I'm very pleased we've had these breaks for this year.
Oh,
Because I was in a place before Miami, where I was like, you know what, Formula 1 I can give or I can take it this year, because it just wasn't ticking the boxes for me. Since Miami, I was like, I'm rejuvenated in Formula 1 world. And Canada, I've seen a race which, to me, felt like a Formula 1 race. Would anyone else agree with that? You felt like the weekend was a Formula 1 race, a proper race where we saw racing going on?
Yeah, it was good. We had some battles for leads, which we haven't had, that harder battle anyway. We had the initial start of the year where the super clipping and they back and forth.
Yep, that was real yo-yo.
Yeah,
didn't seem natural.
No, and that seems to have stopped. But this battle between the two of them, it helps when the faster driver is coming second off the line or not in pole. So I think at the moment Kimi is the fastest driver out of the two of them.
Do you think so?
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm not convinced. What about you, Tristan? Did you think it was a back to Formula 1 racing as we knew it, as we wanted?
We've sort of dropped the rubbish, haven't we? Which is
we're not hearing about it.
Terrific.
It's still there,
I think,
but we're not hearing about it.
Yeah, we're not hearing about it, which is great, and it's still there, but it's nowhere near to the extreme of what it was before. We had damage control interviews in that break from every person across Formula 1. So, yeah, no, it was good. It was good to be back. But look, on the break, I do not want another break for the rest of the year. I want 20 whatever rounds there are just in a row. is what I want. Oh, another break.
It's going to feel like it's coming.
I am
it's
furious.
From
I
here.
am furious that I've got another week off because I still feel like we haven't even started yet.
Yes,
like we still haven't even started. So yeah, I'm
not horrified with it.
I think it's in a row.
I think this year in particular we needed it so that teams could get their act together. We got some updates, which has made things feel a little bit more like, we're back into this development war, and I quite like that. Yep. It's okay. I'm okay with it. I mean, I want more racing now. Yep. I'm not convinced that we can get to Monaco later, but I'm not convinced Monaco is going to be saved from this generation of racing. But yeah, I've just thoroughly enjoyed the last two races, and I'm looking forward to the season to come. Even though we've got a big margin at the top. Race ranking for the race, Tristan?
9.
9.
I was going to say 8.75, but I'll round it up to 9.
I'll go 8.5. It was great racing.
8.75.
Not quite a 9 for me, but yeah, it was great racing. Really, really enjoying it.
Actually, probably 8.5. But if it had gone up, if George had stayed in the race, it could have taken that up to a 9 easily.
Yep. The order's fairly clear in terms of pace. We've got Mercedes out the front at the moment. They've brought the upgrades. It looks like they're still maybe 2 to 3 tenths ahead on a good day. Maybe a little bit track dependent. I think then we've got McLaren, do we?
Yep.
No.
No?
Oh, you're
No.
going Ferrari, aren't you?
Yes, Ferrari.
Ferrari's next?
Yes, Ferrari's next.
Yep. What evidence you got for that one? Other than feel? You do go off feel.
Yeah, it's just feel. It's
Okay,
just feel.
so
It's
wrong.
just
Okay,
it's just my
incorrect.
gut. Yeah,
Yep. Yep. So McLaren and then Ferrari, I think we've all agreed then. And then Red Bull, have they closed the gap a little bit?
No. It's McLaren third for me.
And Max puts in his one or
and
two.
then it's Red Bull.
But Red Bull closed the gap at all?
Only to McLaren.
Yeah, so they closed the gap.
Yeah,
To the teams, yeah.
Only just to the next one.
Not much.
Not by a lot.
Not a lot, but on the right path, I think.
Sample size.
I'm not
is one
entirely
race,
sure
so-
they're going to get there this year. I think maybe they're a little bit too far back for this year, but you never know. Like you wouldn't ever discount Verstappen for a win, would you?
No, not at all.
So yeah, it's yeah.
And then it's Alpine.
It is without doubt Alpine
Yeah.
at the moment.
Yeah, I agree with you there.
Yep.
I'm on board that theory now.
Yep, and I don't know that we have a clear understanding as who's after that. Haas, we thought was in that spot. Last two races, not so much. Racing Bulls look good.
You could sort of
in
toss a
parts.
coin between them, couldn't you?
Yeah.
I feel like it's just whoever's driver is on top
Williams
on the weekend.
have closed the gap to that crew.
One Williams driver.
No.
One Williams. Well, Alex Owen.
He's had a lot of bad luck. I
Yeah,
guess, Oscar screwed him.
I don't know that we ever saw his pace, but yeah, we've Williams. Who else have we got?
Well, then it's still Caddy for me.
No, there's still one more.
Oh, sorry,
Who we
Audi.
missed?
Audi. Yeah.
Audi have probably just dropped off slightly,
Yeah.
but still around the mark.
Kind of reminds me of Haas a couple of years ago, where they banked the points early while everyone was finding their feet.
Yep, just didn't get a long enough go at it.
Yeah,
did they?
no, you're right.
Yeah.
They've only had a couple of shots at
Yep.
it, which
Yep. The break for them came a little bit too soon because everyone brought their updates and they didn't get enough races.
it's kind of like they're
Yeah.
the team that was disadvantaged because you're right. It allowed everyone else to catch up and do what they were doing.
And then it is, Caddy and Aston Martin. Aston Martin have the pace on Caddy. One of their drivers. It's very much a one-driver team for both of those at the moment. Bottas is not performing.
Not at all.
And Stroll is not performing. Yeah. Anyway,
He
it's
just
interesting.
he just doesn't seem he wants to be there.
Stroll?
Yeah.
Stroll doesn't want to be anywhere. I saw a clip of him awarding a presentation to a lady on the thing, and he did not want to be there.
I saw a clip of him, not of him, but of a little collection of like Lance Stroll fans at the Canadian Grand Prix. There was 4. I would assume there was more. I could be wrong. Like
You could be wrong.
you know when we went to Australia, for example, and we had 20,000 in a grandstand supporting Oscars. So there was 4 that
Yep.
I know of at Canada, and then they were receiving signed Aston Martin hats by Lance Stroll, and they looked to me like paid actors. I was like, you're not like this. This girl was emotional, and this other guy was really emotional. I thought, no, that's it's just it looked like, I'm sure there are emotional fans out there, but it didn't look.
Can you imagine if your dad bought you a team, how excited you would be forever? I'd be jumping around like I normally do.
Yeah. But he
just-
is a absolute spoiled.
There was a stand. There was a Lance Stroll stand. Did you see it?
No.
Me neither.
I didn't look for it.
It was there. It was there. Apparently,
tree with a
it was
couple of
there.
leaves
I
on
don't know what the. Yeah, it was. Yeah,
It was off somewhere else because it wasn't interested.
it's underwhelming.
It wasn't interested. It was looking towards the ocean.
It was underwhelming, wasn't it?
I got an opening question for us.
Oh, good.
Kingsley's been desperate to get his crown back.
Well, we haven't.
I'd outsourced. No, we'd outsourced. You brought one. I think Shane brought one.
Yep.
I thought we still had a Kingsley one last time, didn't we?
No, we might have. But anyway, he's got his title back. Outside of F1, how hard are you affected by your favourite team's ups and downs? Are you there for every loss and get vocal when the scoreboard is not favourable?
You can probably answer that better than we can.
Carlton let their coach go 2 weeks in a row, and then they've brought a new coach, and all of a sudden they've had a couple of good wins. Essendon's done the same. Don't know whether they're going to have a couple of good
I
wins.
was going to say it must
But
be
can they bounce back, or Is it all curtains? But how badly affected are you by your team's ups and downs? I can answer for Tristan.
It dictates my weekend. Sometimes the Monday afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
Even on the weekend, like I wasn't excited for the game. It was almost like when you tell your kid off, you're like, don't lose.
Yep.
Because it's just, no, I've said no, you're not to lose, and you're not doing. So,
Yep.
Anyway, that was, that's ruins my life.
Yes. Yeah, you are deeply affected by Collingwood.
My whole life.
Yeah. Shane?
I've been known to leave the game early.
Yeah.
Especially grand final.
It's funny,
I won't
though.
leave. I will never leave.
It's funny, though,
Ever.
because Shane doesn't come across as someone who lives and breathes it.
Yep.
But when you
turn the TV
not
off,
in, you don't
dig
watch
a little bit deeper.
Yeah, when you are actually watching, because you don't always watch. But when you are watching, you are quite
But when I go to the game, I'm not one of those stupid one-eyed supporters
Crazy,
that goes
yeah.
silly.
Yeah,
and
no,
I can't stand that a person that goes, everything's a free kick.
Yep.
Yeah. No, I'm intensely passionate. But it would we can be 50 points down with half a quarter to go. I'll still watch.
Oh, no.
Like I won't turn off.
I've got better
I
things to
can't.
Well, so my team is currently on the bottom of the ladder,
Yep.
and I would have watched every second of the games so far this year, other than one where I had to go out, and I actually went back and rewatched and then ran out of time. Finished rewatching. I knew the result,
and then
I just
dedication.
I'd still, and I'd go to as many games as I could because I just love watching for the little improvements in my team. Because when there's no expectation, and when you've got young players in, I just love watching them play. And which my kids can't really understand, but Sophia sort of supports me. But I still love it. I am more affected by a Piastri poor result, or I was more affected by a Ricciardo poor result than any other sport. It absolutely did me in, and I was grumpy for so long. I reckon you're more grumpy about a Formula 1 result than than footy does. Like you don't really seem to.
I'm still crying about Oscar. No,
let footy affect you too much come a day or two later, but we'll both come in on a Monday morning and if things have not gone well, we're both in a grump. But I guess because that's happened that day maybe, but yeah.
I guess though, you also wouldn't have seen a grand final win for a long time, or a grand final appearance, or a finals appearance, or a finals win.
Seen one. Yeah, I saw one. It was fun. 2000 was
your mummy's tummy
best ever.
Count.
Best ever.
And it runs in our family too. Like
the best ever win, best ever team they were in 2000. So that was good.
North Melbourne won on the weekend, and Mum is all over like technology. She has an iPhone, which she's very excited about. And then she sent me this most grainy video of her North Melbourne teddy bear, just with the theme song blaring in the background after they'd won. I was like, well done.
The funny thing with that game, and we got off Formula 1 here, that North Melbourne did not lead for a second. But they won the game.
Yep. Kick it after the siren.
The siren won.
Is there another sport that affects you like that?
Nah, like outside of Formula 1, no, not really. It's just the World Cup. I'm really excited for the World Cup. I don't
see Liverpool for me.
Like soccer, I'm not a fan of soccer.
Liverpool for me will be when I'm following.
Yep.
It'll be very hard to watch them not win a game they should.
Yep.
And that's the problem because Liverpool have been successful. I now expect these things. Anyway,
I'll definitely buy into the World Cup with Australia.
Yeah,
I'll be all over that. Like that'll be, which is soon, isn't it?
It is. We got all the goodies tonight. Let's get into the race. We had a sprint race weekend, which was it was won by Kimi Antonelli, was it? No, it was George. It was George. That's right. It was a George win. Yeah, and it was. We saw the race where it was the first sign of a little bit of niggle between the two drivers. They were racing hard, and it was the first place where we saw the niggle between the Mclaren drivers last year, if you remember.
Yes.
Lando tried to make the overtake down the inside, down the straight. He ran out of room and nearly took them both out. And so, it's funny how this is the place that brings it up. It's about this time of the year where if you're in a competitive team and you're out in front, you can play nice for a little while, but then all of a sudden there's a little bit more on the line, I think, when you get into this part of the season. And we saw that, and we saw some tremendous racing, didn't we?
Yeah, I just love that back and forth for the lead.
Yeah.
We've had some good racing behind the leaders, but suddenly we had it in the lead. It was great.
We saw it in the sprint race.
Yep.
What do you think about George's move to move Kimi off the track? legal, illegal?
I thought it was okay. I don't think he was far. I know that when you pause a video,
He was there.
He was there, but at the same time, that's that late breaking. He was never going to make the corner.
I've always said that it should be at a point of entry to the corner where you need to be even or ahead.
Yep.
This point where it's at the apex, like you say, like you can just break a bit later and then, we don't know whether he was going to make the corner or not. I actually think he might have made the corner, but you also can't just then expect the driver to disappear because you've appeared there. So I thought it was all right. Tristan, do you think it was all right?
I said I thought it was borderline.
Yeah. Borderline. 50, I'm not down with borderline.
Yeah. I thought it was unusual we didn't get a look at it with the stewards.
Well, because it's team and team, we just don't get that.
Yeah. I was going to say, we take our foot off when it's team versus team, don't we?
That was the case with Lando and Oscar a couple of times last year.
I
don't know.
Yes, absolutely it should.
I think we should. I think we
should be investigated. Or
yeah, I think it should. I think it should have been investigated.
Yeah, I think it should have too. Yeah, I don't know.
It'd actually take a bit of pressure off the team principal.
Absolutely.
Sorry, it's out of our hands.
Yep.
Yeah.
There was the move where they went through the chicane together before Kimi went across the grass in the main race. It flashed up for a very minute second that they're under investigation, and the commentators didn't catch it. They couldn't find it in their rundown. I went to my app because I was like, "Oh, sure, I saw it," and Crofty was saying, "Oh, we haven't seen it," because that's when Toto said that we're under investigation to him, or who's the team the engineer for Kimi? Bono. That's when Bono said to Kimi, "Oh, we're under investigation," and they were wondering whether it was just a tactic to try and slow him down a little bit and get him to calm down a little bit. But then I went to my app and it was absolutely there. They were under investigation for that, and then there was no further action. Not a short time later, but so they did investigate that one. So
going off and gaining the advantage, but he gave it back.
No, well, I reckon this was before then. I reckon this is maybe the lap or two before then. But yeah, so it was, they did eventually start to do that, but it was as tight a racing as you'll see, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
I think I messaged you guys or I messaged someone. I was like, they're not going to finish this race. No. One of them's going to end up coming out, and one of them did, but not for the reason I thought. I was sure they're going to come together because they were hot under the collar and they were ready to go. I thought George actually kept his cool better than Kimi.
Yeah.
The teenager in Kimi maybe came out a little more.
I was about to say the same thing.
The Italian teenager.
The Italian teenager, yeah.
It reminded me a little bit of Seb in his early years, the way Kimi was going about it. And it was two really different fighting styles with the calmness and the calculated experience of George. And then Kimi just, moves there, I'm going for it.
Yep.
And I'll deal with it. It looked like he would rather run off in the distance with it. And George was more of a slow burn. So I enjoyed it.
Yep.
I enjoyed it. It was good.
Do you think Shane thinks Kimi was the faster driver? Do you think Kimi was the faster driver?
Yeah, probably.
If Kimi hadn't made that mistake once he got to the lead at the hairpin, I think he would have cleared out.
It's hard to tell because
he didn't know.
George's
he had it for a little while
in the last turn was really good. He positioned himself really well on the inside of the second last on the chicane, so he was able to hold his ground and hold it for the lap too.
Yep.
Whereas Kimi had a very different line to everyone coming out of the hairpin. It was really tight, and that was noticeable.
There was a big toe down. I think it was down the back side of the circuit, not necessarily the side coming in, but there was actually a really big toe, and I think that was keeping lots of drivers in check because there was a few drivers that were really surprised at how long they could follow for.
Yep.
And I think they've done some analysis afterwards saying that the toe was bigger than they was expecting.
His line was so different to everyone else. If you go back and watch bits and pieces of him out of the hairpin compared to others, it was tight all around the apex, and I think that helped him too.
Jesus, a good track, isn't it?
It's a fantastic track.
That first set of corners, the hairpin coming into the last set of corners, it just sets it up so beautifully.
We're rarely let down by Canada, though, aren't we?
Rarely, I agree.
Rarely.
Yep.
It's a very underrated track.
And it was made even better because there was a breeze running across the hairpin, which was causing all sorts of dramas for drivers. All the best, I reckon, Max missed his braking zones a few times or couldn't get it pulled up in time because of that breeze running across. So, it was fabulous.
I love the overhead view of the track.
Yeah.
With the water just there. It's like, where is the actual land here?
Yes, yep.
It's just amazing. I think it's a great track. Yeah.
Kimi was outstanding, wasn't he?
Yep.
He drove hard. He drove well.
Four straight wins, and they said everyone that's won 4 straight
Is that right?
gone on to be the world champion.
Are you predicting that? Do you think so?
I think he will.
43 points is a good margin. We thought that last year at different times.
We've seen this
I don't know if we got up to
before.
43, I reckon.
No,
Up
it
to
was
40?
34.
There you go. Is that all? Yeah. So, but it's a very good margin. But as we've seen, it can disappear pretty quick. I think George has shown a turn of pace, which I wasn't sure was there in Miami.
Yep.
So I think his pace is just as good, and he might have slightly calmer. But gee whiz, for a teenager to be doing what Kimi's doing, and he's riding the bumps beautifully. When things get tough, which is what we saw with Oscar, that'll be the test for him. That'll be the test.
I think the stop-start nature of the season has helped him a little bit too.
Yes.
Because the experienced drivers like to slow build the season, just chip away at it. Whereas for him, he hasn't really got those... He hasn't had to have that experience of working through it. It's just, turn up, drive, and it's just win, 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 win.
Yep.
So I think that's working in his favour.
He's getting a good break in between.
If we get a good month between this, and then suddenly George gets on a roll, or let's say the Ferrari comes good on a roll, McLaren get a month of just good, solid racing and data collection.
We're going to find
they're going to turn
out.
up eventually, aren't they? So
there's going to be a moment where Kimi doesn't finish a race potentially.
Yep.
We tend to find that, and then all of a sudden we're back in sort of to 15 points
less
potentially,
than
or
a
less.
There
than
might
that.
even be a moment where George just elbow is well out, and it could be just a shove into the wall, and it'll be a question of how does Kimi handle that.
Yep.
As well. So I don't know, good margin, but for me, far from anywhere.
Yep.
Declaring him as
absolutely
a potential world champion yet.
Yeah, I agree. Yep. We're round 6.
Yeah.
Is that 6 races, or is that just round 6?
I think it's round 6. Round 5? Round 5? Round 5. I want to say 5.
It's
I don't know.
either 6 or 8.
Feels like 1. Feels
or
like
4,
1.
yeah.
Who knows where we are.
Yeah.
You've got a computer there.
Oh, no, but it says round 6, but I can't work out if that's taking away the 2 races we missed.
No,
I think it is round 6. Yeah, round 6, yeah. So,
hang on, who won?
we've had Melbourne.
Yep, George won.
China.
China,
Japan.
which was Kimi.
Miami.
Kimi.
So
Canada.
We had 5.
So it's 5.
5.
Yep, because Monaco will be on your screen if
Are
you're
we
on
on round 5?
If you're on the
You're
F1
looking at
page,
6,
you'll
round
have
6
Monaco, which is
Monaco's
round
coming up.
6, which is coming
Coming
up.
up, there you go, 5 rounds in. I'm glad we got to the bottom of that with everyone listening. That's great. Well done. You would have enjoyed that, everybody. Lewis Hamilton. On George, like I said, I wasn't sure. I was a little concerned about his pace. His head didn't look like he was quite happy, and it didn't seem like he quite had the turn of pace, but it seems to be that he's a bit happy with the car after the updates. Thereabouts anyway.
Change of approach to the weekend has dumped the simulator fully.
Lewis, you
Yep.
mean? Yeah, Lewis,
So no more simulator work for Lewis.
Oh, I just went back to George for a minute.
Oh, sorry.
sorry.
I thought you sorry.
Yep.
Sorry.
But yeah, so George seems to be back in control of it. Yeah, so Lewis, let's get on to Lewis. Second place. Did we think we were going to see another second place from Lewis?
No.
No, I don't think either you did. Yeah.
Obviously we had one Merc pull up, but...
Yeah. I was starting to doubt it. I thought we would, but I was starting to doubt myself because I was like, oh, we're not seeing it at all. So it's probably come just in time, in my opinion.
I think, I looked at it like, if a Merc breaks down or something happens, and it's going to be a Ferrari there, it's going to be Charles, but he was pretty slow.
Yeah, Charles did not have a good weekend. No. He has not enjoyed the updates to that Ferrari. But yeah, Lewis was back into it, had a great battle with Max. Love a Lewis and Max battle. Love it. When it's for the win, they'll do more than what they did on the weekend, but because it was for third, they held back a little bit. But
a good battle with Oscar in the sprint race.
Yes.
What actually cost him to be behind Leclerc?
He made the mistake in the end of that one. I thought, Lewis has got the pace, but now he's making those silly mistakes which he never used to make. But atoned for it in the main race, and I think he'll be excited about it, and might be a bit of the pep in his step that he needs, I reckon. Max into third, like you said, probably should have been a Mercedes there. Possibly could have been a couple of McLarens in there. So third, was it really third or was it actually sixth? the hard one to tell, isn't it? But it was progress, that's for sure. Only 11 seconds behind the winner, which was decent too. I don't know if that was true pace because
A few virtual safety cars.
yeah, but they don't technically pull lots of time back. We do see slight changes in time, but they don't pull lots of time back, do they? So yeah, it was a bit closer than you sort of would usually expect, I think. So yeah, I sort of wondered if they have closed the gap a little bit. But yeah, Max had a decent run. I think he'd be pleased for it. Still talking about the car, still saying whether he doesn't know if he'll be in the sport. So he grow up, get on with it. What else would he do?
Oh, well, we'll
Honestly.
see. WEC.
WC,
Yeah, but
Nürburgring, Enduro, whatever he wants to do.
And which is the best job in the world?
Just
being the Formula 1 driver.
Being a race car driver.
Being a Formula 1
You
driver.
might get a Formula E.
Oh, that could be fun. Yeah. So anyway, it's old. If Max is listening, it's old. If you're going
He
to
would
quit,
be listening. Obviously.
absolutely. So just quit. If you don't like it, just quit. Stop threatening it. It's boring. We're stuck with this for a bit, so deal with it. It's I'm not sure what you're trying to prove. You're in a slow car and you're not interested all of a sudden. Isaac Hadjar, 5th. It was probably one of the more roller coaster rise to 5th that you will see, I reckon. He had all sorts of things going on. Penalties. Was there... what else did he have?
Oh, no, he just did drive very dangerously down that
Oh,
straight a
yes.
couple
Yeah,
of
that's right.
times.
Yeah. He got 2 penalties, didn't he?
Yeah,
I think
he
in the
ended
end.
up with a 10-second
Yep.
one or something.
Yeah, I reckon he had an extra pit stop in there just for a laugh. It was closed the gap on his teammate because the timing doesn't show how close he was to Max, but he had closed the gap on Max and probably more than we've seen any of Max's teammates do in the last 3-4 years. Do you think?
Probably since Danny.
Yeah. Well, Perez I think had a couple of decent results early in seasons.
True, he did win a couple of races.
Yeah, but yeah. So anyway, it was good to see. Now we just got to see him keep his head.
I think it speaks to the updates that he did okay. Is like when you talk about how close have Red Bull come to closing the gap. I think the fact that he's the measure for me as to whether or not they've
worked.
made gains or if they've worked. So, if he's rolling around in 14th and 15th like he was for those last couple of rounds, then it's probably no.
Well,
it's Max making the difference.
They were both down there for majorities of races too.
So
yeah.
I think, I think that's where Max really was, actually, to be honest. Third, I kind of think,
Well,
Hadjar is the barometer for them.
We probably would have put another Mercedes between him.
Yeah.
Third's
so
probably not right.
So 4th, yeah.
I reckon the McLarens were ahead of him on pace.
Don't
So
know.
6th.
Don't know.
By far.
You
By
reckon?
far.
Yeah, don't know.
Yeah.
I think closer than...
I mean, he and Lewis are close.
Yeah.
He's certainly close.
I mean, he hung on to him in the closing stages too. Lewis was gaining and then caught him, and then he didn't. But I would have expected Lewis to add 2 or 3 seconds to that.
I think
But he hung on to him really well.
I think a few of the engineers think this toe was significant. So yeah, I think that certainly helped out. Which, hey, let's do more of that. Franco Colapinto in an Alpine.
Boy.
6th position.
I am shocked that we're not in here in the studio at the moment. You haven't painted the walls in Argentinian colours.
I was thinking of,
And just that you're
let's
not
go for it.
decked out.
All aboard.
Kimmy better watch out because George is the least of his worries.
All aboard the Franco train.
Colapinto is on
Yeah.
on form. It was legitimately an incredibly good race for him for the first time for me.
I couldn't agree more.
Legitimate,
Yeah.
well-driven, since probably the first Williams race. Like, I thought his first Williams race was tick, hello, who's this guy? That's impressive. Then we just went out into the middle of the ocean and just floated around for a bit. And then this was back to that.
No, we paid to cruise around the ocean on a cruise boat.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
We just rolled around. But this was really good practice, sprint, quality, race pace.
And, yeah,
Tick.
Sprinty was nice.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's with a
outdrove Gasly all weekend.
It wasn't weather affected.
No, it wasn't weather affected.
It was a crazy race which brought in all these
Gasly
drivers.
didn't have issues. It was genuine head-to-head, and he won. So, yeah.
Like I said, we put the other drivers back in there, and he's back in 9th. However,
That's still incredibly
it's still
impressive.
great. It's still great.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
It's still good.
Yeah, I agree.
It's still
Yep.
really good.
Yep.
And I'm looking at your board, and I'm looking there. It says bottom of the barrel, Franco.
Oh, wow.
And
We would have
I'll
agreed
just
with
remind you of one more thing.
And the board, is there dust on that board? Where's Kimi?
I'll just remind you of one more thing.
Jeepers.
No, Kimmy's moved up because
Where is he?
of the work that I'd done with him. Gonna be someone.
Going to be someone. Kimi, is that? I haven't seen you with a whiteboard texter in your hand for months. You've done that while we've been talking?
I don't even think Lindblad's on there, is he?
No,
he's not. No. Well, has Lindblad finished a race recently? So yeah, no, it was really outstanding. The one thing let's just not forget. Lance Stroll's had some okay results, hasn't he?
no.
He's had a podium, has he not?
And a pole.
And a pole. So it goes to show that it can happen. I'm going to do the same for what I did for Kimi. I'm going to put it on Franco.
Oh,
If you want to become someone, my friend, on my whiteboard, you're going to have to back it up.
Doesn't
And
go
back it
into
up.
the Tuesday.
Well,
That's
back it up
good.
again.
Is that two?
No, Franco, he's had one result.
No,
mean,
he's had
Yuki's.
2 or 3. He's had 2 in a row where he's been in the points, or even 3 in a row in the points.
Let's just wait and see. That car is supposed to be there.
Has
I
he?
want to see him beat Gasly consistently, and then I'm absolutely on board.
I think he beat Gasly last race.
As his number one.
Consistently, that's twice. That's not consistently,
2
that's
out
twice.
of 5. It's not a bad.
So let's see it. Let's let it unfold. We don't want to go and jump the gun too quickly on the man. But
No.
full credit to him. That's a great result. And like you say, it was a good drive. It wasn't weather affected.
Terrific drive.
Stroll's podium was weather affected. And so yeah, I think it's just one of those things that let's just wait and see. Liam Lawson.
Yeah, see, he's had another upturning form.
Yeah. Yeah.
I disagree with you there.
You think?
I didn't think it was spectacular. I think he is genuinely.
Hang on. So he's in the car that's slower than the Alpine.
No,
He's
but I'm saying-
ahead of one of them.
I'm saying season wise so far, I think he's been beaten by Lindblad for me. Like, just it's for someone who's had the experience, was touted as the Red Bull replacement, and then was supposed to just be leading this team.
I don't know
think
that
it's
anyone
been-
believed that, though.
No,
did they?
but I think some did. I think it's been underwhelming. I'm not jumping up and down about that result because it's a little bit different. Like you say, Franco's Alpine should be there. We probably didn't think that at the start of the year. We were like question marks whether or not it's going to be there. I think for him as a driver, he should be in that area anyway.
How many points do you think he's got? Don't look.
I generally don't know. Like,
Go on, give me a get. Give
Like
me.
12?
Yeah.
Who? He's got 12.
Does he have 12?
He's got 16.
Okay. Well,
So that's about what he should have.
Yeah. What's Lindblad got?
5.
Oh, okay.
So for me, that's about what he should
I
have.
feel like Lindblad's driven
Lindblad's
much
had-
better.
Lindblad's
qualifying.
he's had a few DNFs, I
Yeah.
think.
I feel like he's outdriven him.
Yeah. It's particularly at the start. I thought he drove.
Yeah.
Lindblad drove quite well. He got 4 points in Australia, and then he's picked up 1.
Yeah, okay.
And
fair
Sprint
point.
he got a sprint race.
Yeah.
The sprint race this week.
but he did not start.
Yeah, he didn't take he had the clutch issue at the start
But
of
in
the
the
race.
sprint
yeah.
race, he got.
Yeah. It
So-
feels like Lindblad's outdriven him for most of the season so far.
Yeah. Whereas Lawson's results, Australia no points, finished in 13th, picked up 8 points in China,
Yep.
picked up 2 points in Japan,
Yeah, okay.
no point, did not finish in Miami,
Yep.
and then 6. So he's only not picked up points in the first round.
Okay.
So
No,
it's
that's a fair point.
pretty good. I'm with you though. He should be
Yeah.
at that position in that car.
Yeah.
Because we haven't seen all our top teams bring home all the cars, so there should be points
it's just
available.
a consistent sprinkling of a couple of points, isn't it?
Well, yeah,
yeah,
eight
that's fair.
6 is decent.
Stand
Yeah,
corrected there.
Yep.
Yep.
So yeah, but yeah, I mean, once again, did pretty well. Who have we got next?
Carlos.
I don't know what I've done to my computer. Yeah, Carlos Sainz come home in. What did he come home in? 9th. Picked up a couple of points. Pretty decent, isn't it? It's for a team that started so poorly. They've turned it around a little bit. They're still not quite at their heights that they were at last year. However, they're on the right track. They've overtaken Haas in terms of pace-wise for one of their drivers. Carlos, for a man that couldn't get that thing going at the first half of last year, he's certainly gone on from there, hasn't he? And Albon hasn't had, like you said, there's been a few moments where bits and pieces happen. Those bloody groundhogs, they are causing... Why do they put little cages on the little openings? I don't understand.
Why they... Yeah,
because
cost time, I guess.
Yeah, but it's Formula One. These little things get hit every 3 years, or it feels like more.
You don't really have the cool story of saying you hit one, do you?
No, well, that's true. But anyway, it caused a big crash, didn't it? But yeah, I'm certainly not crying about Williams being back and fixing everything, but at least they're on the right track. I think it's really important for that team. So yeah, better to see. And Carlos seems to be driving quite well. Last points did go to Ollie Behrman in the Haas.
I don't think we saw him on the coverage, did we?
Ollie Behrman.
No, he put in the wall in practice 1, didn't he?
I don't think we saw Carlos Sainz, Ollie Behrman on the coverage at all. Yep. Let's talk about McLarens.
Oh. I think
they had an okay sprint race.
I'm sort of half thinking that Ferrari have kidnapped the McLaren. Oh, no, McLaren mucked up their tyre, man. But, just why? On TV, I know we weren't there. On TV, it looked bone dry.
Yeah.
I don't know what they were thinking. And Oscar said it on the warm-up lap. We're on the wrong tyre.
There are people that don't necessarily watch all these races. So, for everyone out there, they started the race on intermediates, along with a sprinkle of other drivers across the field.
Yeah.
A few of them, I think, came in on the first parade lap.
But I think Stroll came in and did a quick pit stop and went from pit lane anyway.
He was starting from pit lane, so that didn't matter.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just such a bizarre move to start on the inters. And it was very obvious straight away. It sounded like the drivers weren't on board with this, but I'd love to know how they came to that decision. You know how James Vowles used to do the rundown of how the team did different things for Mercedes?
Yep. It was interesting.
I would love to see that for McLaren.
It was interesting to listen to Oscar almost defend it after the race. He talked about on the parade lap, the formation lap, that it was not the formation. When they're going to the grid, it was hard to keep it on the track, but it dried by. And he then had a bit of a moan, we're on the wrong tyre, but then he just...
To hold that decision 40 minutes later, when it was fairly obvious it hadn't rained since then and there wasn't rain forecasted.
You weren't going to be in a... Yeah, I mean, as he said, if it had a rain, it would look like heroes, but...
Or if they had have gone out, picked up a couple of positions, I don't think that extra parade laps helped because of the stalling of Limvad. If that didn't happen, maybe they picked up a couple of positions and then maybe they hoped that one of the slick tyre cars went off, causes a safety car, they picked up positions, they come around and they come and grab some new tyres.
But they didn't need to gamble on a theory behind that.
And that's the thing for me. You never bank on what could happen. That's never a way to run your race strategy. And they were so into it that they put both drivers on it.
The roll of the dice to do something like that is when you qualify 15th, 16th, and you think, let's go for it.
Couldn't agree more.
In the sprint, their race pace was good enough to hold on to the Mercedes, so they were in the head-to-head battle on track. I feel like they felt the margin at the end of the race was going to be about 20 seconds. So my theory behind it is that they've gone, okay, it's going to sprinkle for a little bit. Everyone else is going to start on the dry, so they're going to have to pit. We feel like we need to start with a 23-second advantage because by the end of the race it's going to be nil-all. Does that make sense? I feel like they wanted to bank that time early, but even to have the parade laps made it worse because they had the opportunity to change it and then didn't. So that compounded it more and more and more just as it went on. So as a team, there is nothing to learn from this weekend, like at all. It is just this weekend goes in the bin and we never revisit it ever again. There is no learning behind this. There shouldn't be a team meeting around how did we get this wrong.
Well, it has to be. It has to be. No, but you have to go and learn. Rightio. So who made the decision and why did we end up making that decision when everyone else was so obvious that wasn't the right decision and it was blatantly obvious to everyone bloody watching.
Zach was at the Indy 500, so...
Zach doesn't make these decisions.
But could he have been the strong hand that just goes, hang on,
No.
What are we doing here?
You got
He might have.
to trust your engineer. Zach
never
doesn't
know.
get involved in that. You
You
got
never
to
know.
trust your engineers and you got to trust your people. It just seems so strange. Yeah. And then what that did was it put him in desperation mode, didn't it? It put him in amongst the field. They were driving harder than they needed to be.
Shouldn't have been in battles that they
Yes,
needed to,
yep,
but yeah.
yep.
I don't know.
Oscar and Norris were both doing things that they didn't want to be doing. I think Norris bounced over a couple of curbs because he was pushing too hard. Was it a gearbox in the end, or was it an engine that blew?
Gearbox.
Yeah. So I think bouncing across curbs is probably not good for the gearboxes to go and do. So it's may have had a contribution to that. And then, Oscar's little move down on the inside too. You can sort of see what he was thinking. He's like,
I agree with you. It was there. Alex moved across to defend, and his space was there. But he just got it wrong.
Alex turned the corner.
The move on Alex wasn't there. The move on the other car was there.
Yeah. But
he
to
went too far, he
to
overlapped.
play that move with a car that's about to move into that space is so hard to do, to pull it up in that right spot. Alex turned the corner. You're allowed to turn the corner because it's a hairpin. It's what you've got to do.
I reckon it was there. I really do. I just think the move was there. I do not fault him for going for it. Fault him for getting it wrong.
I fault him for
But I
going
don't
for
fault
it.
him.
Yeah.
I don't fault him
It was
for
a
going
it was
for
a
it. I
desperate
reckon it was
move.
there.
Well, if it was there, they wouldn't have given him the 10-second penalty.
Maybe Alex should have just moved.
Yeah,
Just
you should
saying.
turn the other way.
Just saying.
Oh, hang on,
Just saying.
Yeah. You know how you don't like people when they don't like the umpire?
Yeah.
Because it's their man.
I can't imagine Alex woke up on Canada weekend and going, I'm in this fight with Mclarens.
Yeah.
If he did, I don't know.
So it just compounded, didn't it? And then the Norris had done okay to get into what was the 8th or 7th or something like that at that point in time, and it was going to be challenging from there because there's a big gap. And then when it all blew up, it was all but we didn't really talk about Russell's car blowing up. That was heartbreaking, wasn't it? That was a great. I was shattered for us.
Yes.
Couldn't care less about Russell.
Yeah.
I loved his standing there, just looking in his handsome way, just looking out at the track, and
we've just
It-
we're
it
going to
was-
get lots of memes now. He's got
is
that
it was
photo.
it was that all choreographed for the cameras? Do you think?
Right, no.
Because there were
Maybe.
private spots to go and stand and look. It's hard. I've never been in that position where I'm always famous, and you think that I don't know, but yeah, it just sort of seems like, is he posing after this? Because he looks so damn handsome after getting out of the helmet.
Well, that was a bit like Charles. Where did Charles was it
Yeah,
Zandvoort
yeah.
and then had a
But
photo
the sun
shoot
was on
the
him
hill?
all of a sudden, and it was
They're
just
not
like,
silly.
oh my
They're
golly.
not silly.
Yeah.
These boys.
Yeah.
He knows he's in it, and he knows this is his chance. That you
Oh
just,
yeah. No, I completely get the disappointment.
But also to be being beaten by Kimi, he will be taking
It will be
real
hurting him
real
horrendously.
hit. Going, hang on.
Yeah.
I've
This
come
is
from.
mine.
I've worked my way through the trenches of Williams to get here, and this kid's stand up.
Is
It's
this-
gone bang, bang, bang?
Is that his downfall, do you think, so far this season? For me, I feel like it is. I think he's come into this season thinking, great, I've got the car. This is my championship. It's not going his way
Absolutely.
after Australia, because after Australia he was as cocky as anything, and I just wanted to slap the cocky look off his face.
Yeah, I agree with you. Absolutely.
And I think it's actually come back to haunt him
Absolutely, it has. Absolutely, he will. This is not in the script of his.
Yes, he needed
And
to
I
come
haven't-
into this season as he needs to box like he was in the Williams.
Which I
and
think is
fight
what
for
we saw
everything,
on the
yeah.
weekend. We saw that it was almost like the switch had flicked.
Yep.
He's gone, hang on.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get this my way all of a sudden.
Yep. I'm going to put my car where I
elbows
should
are out,
put
and
it,
I've gotta
because
start doing
this is a championship battle.
Yep. Yeah, and I didn't think at the start of the year that if this was the way that it was going to go in testing, that Toto would let Kimi win this, because like George is really his man, isn't he? But then he's sort of not. I don't know. It's an unusual dynamic.
Anyone else you want to mention? Tell me about your man Bottas. He came last behind Stroll.
My feeling is that he is just not racing.
You told me a couple of weeks ago
I know.
that Perez was the development man, Bottas is my race man.
Maybe they're taking it turns week on, week off, because they seem to be doing that. I'm not sure.
Tell me when Bottas has actually shown some form.
Well, yeah, no, it's been hard, but still, there's no pass mark or benchmark for me with Caddy. We're still just.
Who did you want on that team? Remind me? You want a young driver, didn't you?
Yeah, I wanted.
I think they're still the right boys. They're 100%.
They are not the right guys.
They are. They're 100% the right boys. They are.
No.
They both are correct. They're absolutely.
Perez is a great choice.
They're both the correct choice.
Who would you have gone?
Either to go to American or or like a Filipe Dragovic or someone
You have
like
to
that.
build a team and build the team with experience first, and then maybe in 2
I
years.
was with
flick
you.
one.
I was with you, but I think they made the wrong choice.
Yeah, no, it's correct.
Where are
Absolutely
they going to
100%
rank?
correct.
If they keep at this trajectory, where are they going to rank in the worst teams that we've seen?
Nah, not even close.
No, absolutely not even remotely close.
HRTs were like years behind for a long
yeah,
time.
absolutely. The manners, caterums were atrocious.
Teams used to have to apply to race.
Yep.
Were they
Super Aguri? Remember Super Aguri? Like,
was Super Aguri 4 laps behind?
yeah, probably. But they've been doing this.
Don't forget,
for like
I think these guys went in the garage for a bit and came back out. They did the old school. I'm pulling in the garage, and then went back out and did some driving.
Yep.
I think it was all testing.
Also, like, there's a team called Aston Martin at the moment.
Oh, we know that.
Which is Caddy have been doing Formula One for 5 weeks essentially. So everything is tick 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 tick. This is all they have to do.
Other than Bottas.
This is all they have to do all year. They're both the right choice.
Yeah, other than Bottas.
That's all they have to do.
Valtteri's just riding his bike too much.
That's all they have to do.
All
Don't do anything
signs.
else.
All signs 3, 2, and 1. Thank you to All Signs. Who gets your points this weekend?
Wow. It was nearly.
Go.
The world champion in waiting, Franco Colapinto. It was nearly.
Oh.
But I talked myself around. And by talked myself around is probably as we walked into the chat, I was like,
Now's not the time.
Probably not. It's probably going a little bit early. It's 3 to Lewis for me, because I think it's a real turn in form, and it was just a terrific weekend. Second.
Sprint was okay.
Sprint was
Got
okay.
done by Oscar eventually.
Got it.
Oscar was in the faster car.
Got a little bit romantic at the end, and I thought, oh, geez, is he going to win Monza? Imagine that. Could happen.
Could happen.
Could happen.
There's still a little way away. What round's
Still a way
Monza?
to go.
What round's Monza?
They've been talking that their straight line speed's a little bit.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, their Macarena wings not as big as the Red Bull. So no, it's 3 to Lewis. It's definitely 2 to Franco. It's not quite 3 yet. Maybe if he does it again in 2 weeks' time, it might be 3.
2 to Colapinto.
2 to Colapinto, because that was terrific. And it's probably 1 to Max, to be quite honest, because it's just great to see him back on the podium, because it's just right. It's so wrong that he's not there. And I'm just being I'm just being super biased, because he was good. He was great. He was really good. He's been driving whatever it feels like in the brakes, and he's come in and it's been
not till
awesome.
round 13.
I'm just saying.
Ferrari could have it to get a bit more together by then.
I'm just saying.
And Ferrari always turn the season around.
I know. I'm putting it on the agenda nice and early. So anyway,
it.
that's my 3, 2, 1.
Okay. Shane, over to you.
3 to Lewis, and I'm not. I rarely give Lewis the credit, but he did drive very well.
I don't know any Lewis fans personally. I'm probably the biggest Lewis fan that I know, and I'm not a fan of his either. But I didn't dislike him.
Very aggressive.
I don't dislike him.
It's true.
My dad hates Lewis with passion. Anyway, continue on.
I was going to go 2 to Franco, but I can't be the same as Tristan, so I'll go 2 to Kimi.
No, it has to be Franco.
2 to Kimi. I'll go 2 to Kimi. He battled on. No, he's in the fastest car, but he battled on, kept his head reasonably. So I go 2 to Kimi now. Changed it to Kimi. And then 1 to Franco.
Incorrect.
Don't push me or I'll put signs in.
Incorrect.
I'm gonna ruin it for everyone. I'm gonna give 3 to Lewis. I'm with you on that.
Yep.
3 points to Lewis. I'm gonna give 2 to Kimi.
No.
And I'm gonna give 1 to George.
No. He did no.
No. George did a wonderful job. He drove so well. He drove so well. He drove better than Kimi drove.
No, he didn't.
He didn't.
Tell me more about that.
He didn't finish.
Who was leading when he broke down? He was
cannot
leading.
believe
that was
you
a
haven't
lap
given Franco
after,
points.
It was a lap after Kimi had locked it up.
Yeah.
Sorry,
was that better driving or worse driving?
Kimi was going to win.
At that point, was that better driving or worse driving? It was better driving. I thought George drove.
He was just holding Kimi.
Kimi might have been a little faster, but he drove so much better than Kimi drove. Kimi was quite erratic. It was great to watch, but he was quite erratic.
If Kimi was Oscar, we were in McLaren, and George was Oscar, and Kimi was they just would pull him over. Get out of the way. You're going slow.
Absolutely not. No, it was So actually, you know what? I'm going to make it 3 to Lewis, 2 to George, 1 to Kimi. There you go. That's the way it should be.
As head of the Franco Colapinto Club, you should be disgraced, and I hope every other Argentinian ousts you.
It's funny because I love you know that grill I've got on my deck?
Yes.
That's an Argentinian grill. I should be embracing the lifestyle.
You should be embarrassed and disgusted.
I should be embracing the lifestyle.
I can understand why family's gone to bed.
I'm really looking forward to seeing his next few races because I will get on board. I'll tell you, I'll cook you some Argentinian barbecue.
Will we get the Argentinian Grand Prix back?
There was talk, no.
When was the last one? It would be about 97?
I reckon we've had it since then. I reckon we've had the 2000s.
Okay. I think he's making you nervous. I can see deep down you want to jump on him and own it, but you're probably more fearful of us of getting it wrong.
Of what?
So I think you should just be all on. I think you should just openly declare your love for him and give him 3 points. That's exactly what you need to do.
I actually think that you started this
hatred to be a real hard launch on
Franco.
You and Colapinto.
Anyway, who's your dad of the day?
Is every single person that works at Mclaren. Tell me anyone in Mclaren that got the weekend correct. No one.
Yeah, okay.
No one.
Well, I'm not sure they all made that choice together.
I can guarantee the catering probably got it wrong.
I
guarantee the people making coffees forgot to put sugars in it.
Listen, coffee makers. Listen, baristas.
Yep. Or they put almond milk.
Do you think we should start on Inters? We're just taking a poll of the company and it was 100%.
Do you think we should put cold water in instead of boiling water in this coffee? Let's go cold because it looks like it's going to rain.
Well, I do like a cold coffee.
Absolute fire.
Yeah, right. Okay, so the good people.
I bet they packed up incorrectly too. I bet they went and put all their gear in like Aston Martins.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Over to you.
Well, apart from McLaren and Oscar, I'm actually going to go to Ferrari. Now, hang on.
Jeepers.
Right. Not Ferrari, the actual race team, but the HR team or whatever who made Lewis's mum stand there. Both days in the little pen.
There has to be another area.
Yeah, but can you have the cordoned off area with a bit of space and maybe a chair?
Couldn't agree with you more. And it was funneled like most important to least important. Couldn't agree with you more. It was tiny.
You had this much room to move.
There's more room in an Audi self-serve than there is in
I'd like to know the
differences
between garages around the world. Which ones offer better viewing space and that sort of stuff.
But surely Lewis's mum can just do as she freely
Well, it's interesting
pleases.
though, because but she probably wanted to be in the garage.
Yeah, but not standing
other teams
behind
have a bench.
Yeah.
Like they had a bench in that. They probably could have had a high stool.
It's funny that all garages aren't the same. That's something that we've learned while we've been there.
I think
some
the
people
importance
get
of the person, though.
wider spaces. Yeah. Well, I mean, most like support families watch from the garage. It's interesting the ones that watch from the hospitality. It's interesting, isn't it? Like Dan's family always watch from.
I tell you what, the day that Huxley's racing, I'll be
in the garage.
I will be physically strapping him in
and
lowering the jack. And
I want to be on the wall.
It'll be a contract thing, will it?
I will be waving him out of the garage. Go, mate, love you.
Yeah, you'll be doing everything.
And if he gets it wrong, I'll pit him. Go, mate, I'll do it. Watch Dad.
Yeah. I don't know if I've got a dad. I think my dad's going to be... it's going to be... This is a bad way of annoying a nation.
Is it Franco?
It's the Canadian people.
Oh. All right.
It's the Canadian people.
I don't know anyone Canadian. So.
I do. I know a few people, and I love them dearly. I've only ever met really lovely Canadian people. But for two reasons... You guys haven't come out hard enough against Mr. Arrogant himself, Lance Stroll, because I'm sick of his crap. His job was to present an award on the grid at some point, and he just did not want to be there. How rude. You get the best job in the world. And then, I just don't understand. Put some little cages in front of the little holes to stop the groundhogs getting on the track. It's very simple, Canadian people. I want everyone writing to the Prime Minister. We want to block these holes up. Come on. All right.
Nothing gets listeners
more happy
ousting a country on their race weekend.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Good.
All right. Let's go with... Has anyone got a hero?
Well, apart from the fact that it's not a hero because one of the groundhogs got hit, but I had to laugh.
No. I'm trying to save them, and you're laughing at their poor little bodies being sprayed across the road.
I was laughing at a bit of a hero until later on, but one of them, Gary the groundhog, ran across the track and they put splits, green, purple sector.
That's good.
Trip across the thing. I thought that was quite
like that. That's good.
Yeah, we do like a bit of social media, don't we?
It's actually on race, actually in the coverage.
There you go.
They actually had it going across, and Gary the groundhog, and off he went.
F1.5.
It's here.
Is it?
It's here. It's launch night.
Oh, how
Happy launch!
exciting.
Underwhelming. We need music or something. Yep. Good.
Yep. Poppers.
F1.5, greatest championship in the world outside of what is currently going on. I promised round 5, and as always, here we are. Round 5, ready to go. All right. 5. So, this year...
Just want to know, has Alex Albon got the number 1 on his car?
No.
Yeah, absolutely. He has to. No, he's got the 1.5.
1.5.
He's got in gold. He's got a gold decimal point between. That's what you get. All right, so we'll go through the field as to who's in, who's out. I also want a prediction of your top 3 before we get into it, and then I know that there was a lot of love last year for the fastest lap and the extra point. So I've been up sleepless nights for months on end.
Good. I'm looking forward to what you've got.
And there is a little bit of an extra something sprinkled in this year, just to spice it up a little bit more. It's different. It's a different... It's a different sprinkling. So I've put something extra in this year to help with
800 points for the fastest.
It's just something like that. Alex starts with minus 1,000 or something like that. Anyway, so that's what it is. So if you are new to F1.5, I've taken out the frequent runners, which was incredibly difficult this time. Yeah, well, frequent place runners that we know are like always there. It was very difficult, but I think I've nailed it.
Okay. I don't actually think it's... I think it's actually the easiest ever.
This has been one of the hardest ones to do, I think. And then, yes, you can be relegated or you can be brought in if you're failing, vice versa, or you're just promoted running away with it. So that's what you work towards. All right, so I've included sprints this year. So I've decided to throw sprints in.
This is a game changer.
So this is a game. So it's nothing fancy about sprints. It's legitimate 1.
Just points.
Just legitimate 8 through to 1 in the sprint order. So I've got all the sprints in ready to go. I'm just going to put an asterisk on my maths here because I think I've confused myself. But I think I've got it right.
No doubt.
I don't know. It's pretty late to be doing maths, that's for sure. All right, so the outs, not featuring F1.5.
Yes.
The Mercedes, surprisingly, aren't featured.
Yes, good choice.
Both Ferraris will not be featured.
Tick to you.
Both McLarens won't be featured.
You've nailed it so far, well done.
Max will not be featured.
Oh, no.
Hadjar is, yes.
That's silly. That's a silly thing to do.
No, it's not. He's in, so he is in. This was the one I was unsure. I'm like...
Yeah, well, you've mixed it up.
But
you've messed up.
No, I haven't. On form, I was looking at it going, well... yes, he is.
Go and put my left
anyway, so there you go. All right, give me so that's who's out. All right, so do you want me to remind you who's in? You with me so far? Which is everyone else, to be quite honest. There will be frequent 0 scorers because obviously we've got a brand new team as well this year. So there'll be a big bunch of 4 I think it is without points. All right.
Hang on, was Yuki not in it?
No, he was in it. Yuki was in it. Yep.
When he was in the Red Bull?
Yep, when he was in the Red Bull. Yep, he's in. So Max was out, Yuki was in. So I've gone around the same path.
And he didn't win it?
No.
No, but he started off in the Racing Bull.
But spent the rest of the year in the Red Bull and didn't win it, so
Yeah,
so correct.
He's still getting points.
Yep, correct call. All right, give me your prediction. Who's your top 3 as of right now after 5 rounds and surprisingly 3 sprints?
Pierre Gasly.
Okay.
Pierre Gasly.
Okay. Yep. Who's your 2 and your 3?
Isaac.
Okay.
Ollie Behrman.
Okay.
Can we do that together?
You can. I don't mind. You
can
just throw names at me.
Yep.
Okay.
Let's do that together.
All right. So you're going Hadjar, you're going Gasly, and you're going Behrman.
Maybe Lawson.
Okay. All right. We'll see. All right. So let's go through. What I'll do is I'll go through the winners of each round, just race winners. And I'll give you sprint winner, just so you know who's got race wins. Sound good? All right. So Behrman won Australia.
Ooh.
Hang on. Yep. Continue. Yep.
He won China. So back-to-back wins for Ollie to start the year.
Yep.
Lawson won the Chinese sprint.
Mm-hmm.
In Japan, it was Gasly that won. In Miami.
Okay, work it out.
Yep. In Miami, Colapinto was your race winner.
Franco Colapinto.
Yep. And your sprint...
My friend.
Yep,
Franco.
your man. And then your sprint winner was Gasly. And in Canada, in the round just gone, Hadjar was your race winner. And Lindblad was your sprint winner. All right, so they're all our... Yep, they're all...
Oh, yeah.
Yep, so they're all our winners for the year so far across the 5 rounds and 3 sprints, if you're with me. All right, sound good? Cool.
Yes.
Awesome. You'll be surprised to know that every single driver has scored points, including the Astons and the Caddies.
I find that hard to believe.
Everybody has scored.
Well,
Everybody has scored.
There was a fair few DNFs
right.
in Canada, so that's
So, here is who your top 3
Did anyone
are.
who DNF score points?
No, because there will be 0 runners before that. Because we've got more drivers.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
okay.
does that make
Well,
sense?
Well, not necessarily,
Because
but
we've
yes.
got more teams on the grid, so there has to be
You could have
always...
you could have had a
yeah.
you could have had a DNF.
We haven't
this
got
weekend.
to that point yet. Everyone, the DNFs have
Will
fallen
you allow
outside.
DNFs to score points?
Yes, absolutely, all the time.
That's ridiculous.
I know, that's my rules. So that's how it works. All right, I'm just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Hang on. What happened to the fastest lap?
Nothing has disappeared. Sprints are in.
Hey, yes.
Sprints have replaced.
Well,
We
round of
bullied
applause.
him. We
Thank
bullied
you.
him.
Thank you. Cheers. Yep. Sprints are in. That's why. Yeah.
Yeah. Fastest lap is out.
Yep.
Sprints
are in. So yeah. Anyway. All right. So currently leading at the moment.
You're a sprint race fan now, aren't you?
I'm not, but I just really enjoyed this one.
Points for pole.
I'll just see how I go, including sprints.
That would he'd have to look at a whole new.
There's a lot of columns. I miss my paper and pen. All right, so I'll give you the top 5, and then I'm just going to throw who's got what points at the moment. Sound good? All right, so your leader at the moment is Pierre Gasly. Leads all comers on 80 points.
Good prediction from
so
us.
far.
We've nailed that one so far.
Ollie Behrman is in second place.
We nailed that one too.
74 points.
So sorry, what was he on?
74.
And what was Pierre Gasly?
80.
Oh, close.
6 is the difference there.
Yeah, thank
Good,
you.
thank you. Good. In third place is Franco Colapinto
Ooh.
on 72 points. Oh boy. I know, it's exciting already.
I'm going to have to watch this man. I've
I've
told you he's going to come.
What odds would you have got at the start of the year that Franco might win?
1,000,000 to 1. 1,000,000 to 1.
Well, he is in the next best car.
Well, you never know. Yeah,
Isn't he?
That's right. Liam Lawson is currently 4th. He is on 69 points.
Yep.
And surprisingly, in 5th is Carlos Sainz.
Not surprised to
On
us.
57 points.
I think Shane said him.
All right, so that's what that looks
What's
like.
Isaac Hadjar on?
Well, I will let
I
you
ask
know.
you.
Well,
I ask you, good
this
sir.
is it, because Hadjar is currently on 55 points, so behind Sainz.
Obviously, if you read signs first.
Obviously.
DNS.
Hence, makes
Yes.
sense. All right, I'm just going to give you the rest of the runners now before I start organising this in order, just because it's launch night, so it's a little
You've
bit.
never done it in order.
It's a little
so
bit different. I know. I feel like I'm a change man.
I am liking this new setup.
Good. That's
of
good.
yours.
All right. So Lindblad has currently scored 42 points.
How on earth? How many points do you think that? Anyway,
Lindblad is actually doing incredibly well in the sprints. That's where he's scoring his points. So, yeah, he's had 8, he's had 6, he's had 6, he's had 4, and he's had 18 in Australia. So he came second in Australia.
Yep.
So he's done quite well. So Lindblad's on 42, Bortoletto's on 29 points, Ocon is on 50 points, Alex Albon is on 23 points. So a bit of a premiership hangover there from Alex. So 23 points from Alex. Perez has 6 points. Hadjar has 55. Hulkenberg has 25. Lindblad, I said, has 24. Sorry, no, I've done that wrong. That's the wrong one there, sorry. Bottas has got 2.
Where did Bottas get the points?
Bottas, great question. Sprints for Bottas as well. So the sprint is really important. Yep. So 2 for Bottas. The Chinese race. Sorry, he scored 2 in China. So Bottas had 2. Alonso has 4. Again, all sprint points. So Miami, sorry, for Alonso. 4 for Miami.
He's showed signs.
Yep.
And then not.
Yep. So 4 in Miami, and then 2 for Stroll. which came a point in Canada and a single point in Miami. So that's where we are. So
what was Bortoletto? I missed Bortoletto.
Gabby was on 29, which is not super. You would have thought it feels a bit higher than that anyway. So
Hulkenberg ahead of him?
Behind 25.
Okay.
25.
Okay.
So the sprints have actually helped
Yes.
a lot of runners at the moment. Gabby scored 8 in one of them, I think, somewhere. I'll have to double check. But yeah, that's where his points have come from. So sprints are helping out some drivers this year. Anyway, I will sort that out. I'll double check that I've got all those correct, but that is the genuine order of F1.5.
Oh, I'm excited. I
That's
think
who's
you've made
in
some
it.
good moves.
Thank you. I didn't want to do it for
I take back what you said about Isaac Hadjar.
yeah,
he deserves to be there at the moment.
He kind of does at the moment. So anyway, we'll see how we go. Like nothing's
he
a given there.
might bully himself out.
He could launch himself, or he could drop off. So that's why he's there. He hasn't done enough to show that he's F1 worthy. Anyway, so
what would happen if F1.5 driver won a race? Won the race.
Well, would be 25.
No, I know, but would you actually consider promotion? Or
I think it would have to be like you'd have to do it for 3 or 4 rounds and suddenly find yourself in the top echelon.
What do you call it? What word do we give that? Consistency.
Consistency, yes.
Which is what we're looking for Franco.
Yes.
But the F1.5 might change my opinion on him.
This could
I
be
am shocked and impressed by his F1.5 score.
I love that.
And that brings us to the end of our show.
That brings us to fantasy.
Wonderful.
Thanks to Chris at Dr. Auto Art. If you are looking for some terrific motorsport memorabilia, some artwork, anything related to motorsport, get around Chris.
If you want your helmet.
Yes, your helmet painted. If you're a young go-karter or something like that. Yeah, you can do MotoGP, you can do NASCAR. I wonder if you'll do an Indy 500 one. He probably will. You can do your own personal things, but get around Chris at Dr. Auto Art, Instagram, Facebook, Redbubble, subscribe to his email, and it is the top 5 that will score terrific prizes, a full print for the winner, and then percentage off all the way down to 5th.
Fantastic. Yeah. Today, so thank you very much, Chris from Dr. Auto Art. Let's get into some news now.
It is World Dracula Day.
Ooh.
So if you know any vampires, or if you are a vampire and you are in the market, it is time to get onto Chris's artworks.
Yep.
It's also National Blueberry Cheesecake Day.
Ooh, I can get behind that one.
It's National Paper Aeroplane Day.
Oh, yeah.
Made a paper aeroplane today.
There was a special day yesterday that I thought, I'm trying to remember it because it was quite funny, but anyway.
Monday.
Yeah.
And it's World Redhead Day, so for those of us that have hair,
my beard.
We can celebrate that. You can celebrate that. This is good.
Bit ginger.
It is. All right, let's get into the round, shall we?
No.
For the Canadian Grand Prix round, It is me as the number 1 ranked fantasy performer for the round. 371 of the best points for me. You guys can scroll through and find yourselves. I pulled the trigger on the triple boost, and I went triple for Kimi. He scored me 186 points by himself, and then I traded in the future world champion in Franco Colapinto, and I put the double on him, and he banked 50 points, which is incredible. Lindblad let me down with minus 16, but I got 1 for Nico Hulkenberg, 5 for Gabby, and then Ferrari scored me 69 and Mercedes 76 respectively. So 371 points was my score for the round. In second place was Tommy Wilson on 350. Third place was Gavin De Souza on 347. Gavin Fenner was 4th on 339. Bronwyn Collier was 5th on 312. That's our top 5. And then for you, boys,
I was 16th.
16th, that's respectable.
And
on 256, yes, that's good.
Did you use a chip?
No chips.
No chips.
Forget to use one?
Yet, yes. No chips been used yet.
Do you know anyone that used, say, like their limitless chips and just bulked up and just scored as many points as possible? Do you know anyone that did that?
I did that.
Yes, you did too.
I used a chip.
You did.
This could be the first time I've used a chip, I reckon.
It's the best chip
and
to
what
use.
chip did you use?
The one where you get to just have all the drivers you want.
Yep, limitless.
So you can just have...
So with a predicted race of wet weather race, you chose to have all...
Well, it wasn't a problem. The wet weather wasn't a problem, was it? Hey, excuse me. I nailed the call on the weather. McLaren didn't.
So 247 points you scored.
I was happy with that.
No, that's not good.
It was wonderful.
That's the best chip.
I think I came
That's the
20th.
best chip.
I came 20th and went down in the rankings.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
did.
know how that happened.
And you used your
Everyone
best
behind
chip.
me must have got more points than me. Is
No,
that
it's
weird?
showing you the arrow going up.
Oh, did it?
Yep.
Oh, I was showing going down at one
You
point.
got 4 points for George, you got 6 for Lando, you got 12 for Oscar. They all let you down. McLaren let you down with 33. And you had a double on Charles for 54.
Yeah.
Charles scored 4 more points than Franco did.
Yes.
Oh boy. Anyway, so that's the Canadian Grand Prix rounds. If we go to rankings top 5, if we go to overall, it's Gavin de Souza leading all comers on 1,597. Bronwyn Collier is in second place, 1,556.
On your
That's
Bron.
super close. I am in third place, 1,498. Asier, I'm not going to attempt the rest of that surname, is in fourth place on 1,473. Sparchi Das in fifth on 1,449. Roman Merrick, Ola Babs, Andy Tails is in eighth on 1,370. And then it's Jolie and Dyer and Bo Cattle rounding out the top 10 on 1,338 points. For you guys, where are you?
I'm in 46th.
46th. Okay.
I've got all my chips.
All right. See,
Come home like
and
father.
this is the thing. I've used nearly every chip already, so I've got 2 left.
You are like
I've banked them early.
like Essendon usually is.
Yeah,
Like,
just-
go hard early.
I'm going hard early because I just feel like that was the right thing to do this year. And then you are, where are you?
53rd-ish.
53rd-ish.
53rd.
Or just 53rd.
Yeah, you did go down in the...
Yes, you have gone
So
down
your
in the
overall
rankings.
ranking has
It's
a,
gone backwards.
gone
I came
backwards.
20th.
but you've got an arrow on the other one. We look at just the race.
Yep.
Going up, and you've gone
Yeah,
backwards. Anyway,
so that's what I meant. Yeah, I was confused. I was like, surely not everyone behind me, or the people, maybe it was the people just behind me scored much better than me, maybe.
Unless you went up after
came
the
20th.
Unless you went up after like the interim, the provisional
dunno.
points, and then you've gone up.
I don't know.
So
Anyway,
I was like 6th in provisional.
let me give you. I'm just looking at my team. I thought I probably need to do something here.
Okay,
So I was like, all right, let's get rid of Audi as a constructor.
that's correct.
Okay, because they've done their work.
Yep.
I need them out.
That's correct. Cool.
They've scored 3 points for the season.
Yep.
3 points. I've got that one wrong.
my Audi's got 11 points.
How many points do you reckon Cadillac scored this season?
A lot more because I know Perez is one of the highest
Canada.
ranked.
Scored
dollar for
40 points.
Yep, it's brilliant.
Where have those points come from?
Brilliant. Just it'll be little things like not DNFing.
Do you want to know how many points Aston Martin have scored?
I can imagine it's more than Audi.
No.
No, minus. Sorry, it's like minus 33 or something like that. isn't it?
Negative.
Yeah,
46
46.
points. And still at 7.3 million.
that's atrocious. Well, Kimi is still only $24 million. So for the man that's leading the World Championship, 4 on the bounce, he's still not the most expensive driver out there.
Yeah.
So that's incredible. That is incredible. So, yeah.
Yep. I agree with that. That is incredible.
Anyway, are you still going through your team? Or?
Yeah, well, I've just brought Kimmy in after those stats.
Brilliant.
Yes.
Brilliant.
Yeah, I
yes.
thought so. Yeah.
Anyway, that's fantasy for this round. So, yeah. Good to see. Well done. Well done, me.
Yep, I
which
need
is
to-
good. I'm definitely going to play another chip next round.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I think going Monaco, I'm going to roll the
No
dice with the no
negatives.
negatives, just because I think that some people will crash. A lot.
At Monaco.
A lot, yeah. I just feel like we're going to crash.
Should
a
I
lot,
reason
or-
I played that last year and nothing happened?
Yeah, I'd rather play it safe there. So, but yeah, I've used every other chip. That's my last one. Anyway, that's fantasy.
Very good. Well done. I do
What a
enjoy
roller coaster.
Mm.
What a roller coaster.
Rightio. Any news that you want to talk about?
Oh, yes. The new rule... Caught me on the jump, on the hop here. The new rule around the engine development. Did you see that?
Tell me more.
Oh, give me a minute. I didn't expect you to roll through.
Oh, sorry.
I was still
Did they open it up today?
Sorry, I was still basking in the glory of how
Did they
well I
open
did in
up
fantasy.
engine development for Aston Martin?
They have opened up an engine development whereby... Oh, I'll have to find it here. Sorry.
I think for this, I heard that they were looking at this, and I think for this they need some provisions in place where they need some measurements where if your engine is not at the level of, let's say, the bottom of the barrel for the rest of the field, you should be allowed to develop your engine.
This is where the rule is.
Which I think is what they were sort of looking at. I think it makes a lot of sense for Formula 1. There's nothing to be gained for Aston Martin being in the position they are at the moment. It just is not useful. What sort of engines can you use at the moment?
Ferrari.
They're in Ferrari,
But
so
their own.
they're going to have their, and that's where it's when they come in with their engine. There's no benefit to Formula 1 with them just lagging a long way behind. I would like to see these rules, and I think they've done a great job, Formula 1, in bringing the field together. I actually think they've done a really good job with this, and the cost caps had a great effect on this, but I would like to see that there be a provision to get your engine to a competitive state, and then you get cut off. And how they work out the rules, it might be all done through numbers, or it might be done by a panel that says, look, no, I can see there that they've clearly not got that where it needs to be, the reliability is no good. I would like to see that open up a little bit. You can't find it, can you?
No, yeah. Let's park it for next week.
We will, yes.
But there was over the break. There was a new. It was kind of essentially like that.
Like what they're looking at.
It's almost like the wind tunnel time and the cost cap, but it goes towards just engines, which has come in. So it allows you to, if you have an engine deficit,
to catch your engine up.
You can have a specific amount of points and something that sits within. Really loosely sits within the boundaries of the cost cap, and then you can invest that into engine because they've seen how important the ice sort of race is at the moment. So anyway, I'll find it properly what it is. Sorry, I had it and I've lost it.
Where it took me to thinking was, do we then extend that to other areas of the team to get into a competitive space? Do we let teams do extra work if they've got the funds, which they should if they're in Formula 1? But we let them do some extra work to try and get into a competitive space and be fighting for the lower ranks of the
I would like to
teams.
see, some more testing for those teams. I mean, like last year we had so close across the board, but really we're a long way away. Like only four teams, cars ended up in the lead lap.
On the same lap, yep, I agree. And so, I'd just like to see that be opened up even further. I mean, it's challenging because then you don't want those teams to go and leapfrog the teams that are in 8th position, typically in races and whatnot, because they've been doing the hard work. But it's a challenge, which is a bit of a balancing act. But I'd like to see that sort of just open up a little bit more.
Some sort of scale where you're going to have a test day after 6 races, a test day after 12. If you are in the bottom, you get more hours or more time on track or more days.
Yeah,
absolutely. Do we think that Toto's going to let his drivers continue to fight like this?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. What was his quote yesterday? I love fruit. I love fruit, but not fruit rules or something like that. I didn't mind it. I liked it. It was good. So,
He's the man that manages the situation better than anyone.
Absolutely does.
Like, we see him be able to nurture this relationship. I mean, let's be honest, the McLaren guys, they stayed pretty civil in the end, didn't they? We didn't see them lose it. It sort of lost its momentum once Oscar lost his pace.
Yep.
I don't know whether it would have stayed otherwise, but they did pretty well after the whole season was out. I mean, I know people think that they favoured one driver, but it's for me, it's he is quite good at nurturing this, and it's not to say they haven't made mistakes. I mean, you think about Lewis and Rosberg and whatnot, but that was a very volatile relationship, and they managed to see it through. So I think it's can only be good things. We all agree that George is still in it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, this championship's not over, but it's a great gap.
Of course it is.
For a teenager to be round 5.
Yep.
43 points ahead in the World Championship is just remarkable, isn't it?
I mean, everyone's kind of in it, like, to be honest. Like, they really are. It's
Yep. Predictions for Monaco?
Oh, Monaco.
How good?
Monaco.
I feel like I want to do something better for Monaco. Like,
let's
I just
go.
love it. That would be good, yeah. You send the funds and I'll be predictions? Are we going to see a better Monaco because of these cars?
Not much.
No.
They're still too big for the place.
Yeah.
They've got smaller, but not small enough.
Yes, but I'll be interested to see if we notice any difference.
I think we've calmed down on the super clipping and stuff like that. So this sort of novelty of we're not going to see it here in this race, it's going to be better. We've already corrected that.
I wonder.
So now it's just.
I wonder whether we need to turn it back up for this race. I wonder if they need to do something dramatic. Not this year, but I wonder now that we've played around with a few of these things, if clipping becomes more important, whether that would somewhat help. Or whether you can only use a certain amount of energy across the 2 laps, if that would help. I remember a time when I first started really staying up late to watch Formula 1. I would have been in my teens. And I remember a race where I was watching for Mark Webber to make an overtake. He must have been in the Jag or something like that. Did he drive Jag? Yeah.
Did he drive Jag?
Yep.
And I reckon he was trying to get an overtake done on another driver coming in out of the tunnel. And lap after lap, he was getting close, and he would go up beside him and close and go up beside him, and then eventually he got the job done, and it was just magnificent. I can't remember another racing overtake since that moment in my teens, and so it's just not quite there. That doesn't mean that we don't love Monaco for other reasons, but yeah, I will be very surprised and happy if we do see that sort of thing. You see some moves at the start and those sorts of things, but we'll wait and see. Wait and see. Love it anyway. Be interesting to see it's moved into June to allow for the better geographical location of races. And
who's your race winner?
George for me.
Okay.
Yep. Shane.
I have said that Kimi's been faster at the moment, but I think maybe that a little bit cool head might work with George.
Took a few years for Max to master Monaco. He made a few big mistakes at Monaco for a few years, and then. He has mastered it since then. I mean, it could bring a Max into play. Car speed isn't as important here.
Absolutely.
What is your prediction?
Charles
At
home.
Yeah, well, he performed. Was he last year's winner?
Yeah.
I reckon.
No, Lando was.
He's had a win in the last couple of years.
The year before that,
yeah.
Broke his hoodoo of
that's right.
crashing everything.
Yeah, so I think Charles.
Okay, he's due a comeback after a poor weekend.
Absolutely.
And Fan Frenzy will be here later in the week. Goodbye now.